Hey guys, Jonathan here at Night Knowledge. I'm doing something different today. Normally I would do a video on how to set up a board or the board, and then I'd show you the rules, then maybe I'd even show you the gameplay. I'm doing things in reverse today. We're looking at the board game Near and Far, and I'm doing the gameplay first. I have everything set up. I have the town right here and the map right here. We have over here on this side, we have the red player, we have the blue player, and we have the yellow player. Everyone starts off with 0 life. We all start off with 3 health. I've already picked everyone's special artifact or rare artifact, and I have everyone have selected their normal artifacts here. They're all face up just so that you can see what's happening with each player. Basically, when I do these playthroughs, when I'm play testing the games, I'm always making sure that I pretend I'm like my friends. I pretend that they only know as much as they should, and that we're not cheating in any way. So I'm going to go a bit over the rules as we encounter them, but we'll start the game off right away. So the object of the game is that we're looking for a legendary artifact that will give us the power to basically achieve our dreams. To do that, we have to have the most points in the game. So red player is our first player, and he gets to choose what he wants to do first. Typically, the first couple rounds you're spent in the town over here. So let's see. The red player, he has picked cards where he's going to have high swords or high combat. So he might want a guy with high combat as well. But he only has three money. So he could go to the general store. I think what the red player is going to do is his first turn, he's going to go to the mine. When you go to the mine, you use one of your camps, and you need to have enough skill. So this area needs 1 skill, and he does have 1 skill from his dog companion. It provides him 1 skill, which is the hand symbol. So by doing that, he's going to get the 1 gold over here, plus by removing the camp, there's another gold symbol, so he's got 2 gold for that. That ends red player's turn. We now go to the blue player's turn. Blue player is going for high combat as well, but red player doesn't know that. And we have an Iron Hound here that will give us hearts, so she'll have quite a bit of hearts. Hearts allow us to move around the map and helps us achieve our roles. Let's see what we're going to do. I think what she'll do is she's going to go to the saloon, and the question is who she's going to buy. We have quite a lot of good guys on the board. I think I like this guy over here because it gives everything. It gives search, it gives 1 heart, gives 1 sword, gives 1 skill, and a movement, so everything. The problem is that it only gives 1 heart. So although she'll be able to do a lot of things, it's only 1 heart. So I like the cheaper guys over here, these 2 guys, the number 1 position and 4 position, because they give 2 hearts, a sword, and a skill. But you know what? It's very rare to have something that gives all. So she's going to purchase or hire this guy, pay 3 gold to the bank, and that will be her turn. Now we go to yellow player. And we can't forget, whenever we purchase someone from the saloon, we have to replace. So we replaced it with a mystic guy. Very good as well. Very, very good guy. So I think what yellow player will do is I think yellow player will do the same thing. The saloon is the only location in town that multiple players can go to without having to fight each other to be able to use the action of the location. So he's going to buy this guy as well, this new guy that came up, put him in the appropriate spot, pay 3 gold to the bank. The blue guy, his special artifact is the Storm Sword for combat. So everyone's going combat, which I think is something that new players will typically do in their first game. More experienced, more veteran players will probably try other techniques. So he did that. So now we're back to red player. Now red player has a lot of money. Oh, let's not forget, we got to replace. And we've replaced him with this guy, another good character. Okay, so I think red player's choice is still the same. He's going to go to the saloon as well, the third person. I should do it this way so you can see. And he's going to spend 4 gold and purchase this guy, who provides 3 hearts, so the most amount of hearts that we've seen from any of the heroes, and it gives a sword and a search. So it doesn't give skill, so from my prior play tests, skill is quite important, but we'll see what happens in this game. He is replaced by a headless looking guy with double search, which is used when doing camps. So that is red player's turn. Now blue player turn has no money. She has 2 skill, 3 hearts. We would like to get another hero probably before we go out. And this guy will need to have good I guess honor to be able to purchase these 2 artifacts. So I think blue player is going to go to the mine as well. She will use one of her camp symbols for this area here, which requires 2 skill, which she has from her cat and her hireling. That will give her the 1 gold from the row, the 1 gem from the column, plus an additional gold for the camp symbol that has been revealed. So at this point in time, that is her move. Now for the blue player, I think what we're going to try to do with the blue player is going to try to go and explore the map as much as possible, which is a more aggressive, maybe a more veteran move, whereas the red player and the blue player, they're going to be more like new players. They're going to spend a lot of time in base or in town, and they're going to try to build up their character first before going out. And we're going to see how that plays out. So once again, we're at yellow player right now. Yellow player is going to start getting ready to move out, and he does that by going to here, the farm. He has 2 skill, so he gets 2 bread, and that's his turn. He gets 1 bread per skill, and he has 2 skill, 1 from the dog, 1 from the pig guy. Back to red player. Red player has purchased his guy, and so red player does not have too many good options at this time. Because he would want to go to the farm to get bread so he can get a mount so that he can get treasures, which provides passive bonuses, but yellow player's there. He would want to go to the mine to possibly use one of his camps, but the blue player's there and he'd have to fight him. So, but you know what? Blue player has less, no, he has the exact amount of swords, so, Okay, well, maybe red player will move out first, maybe because red player doesn't want to be too aggressive right away. So red player decides to adventure outside of town. So when you go outside of town, we check our hearts from our party, and we give ourselves the appropriate amount of hearts. And now it's our turn to move off. So from town, there's a few things that we can do. Let's see. I think now his artifacts require 2 nomad symbols and a outlaw symbol. You get these symbols mainly through doing these quests. So that's what he'll do. He's going to move here, and if he ends his turn, it won't cost any more hearts, but he's going to go here. He does have 2 natural movement. It will cost him 1 heart to move the extra space. There is a quest symbol here, so I'm going to remove that, and we're going to check the storybook to see what story red player has encountered, which is I. So for I, the story says, you find a wiggling boulder in the grass. Curious, you decide to push it over, and it unfolds into a stone-skinned glogo. Arr! I got stuck out here in the sunlight and cannot make it back to the caves. It is too much. I can't see. So we tell red player that you can either do a skill 7 of guide the glogo back to the entrance to the caverns, or skill 5, rob the sun-blinded glogo. So one thing to remember is, although you might want to do the skill 5 because we don't have very much skill, so there's a higher chance of succeeding, your actions dictate your rewards. So if we rob the glow, that is something that the outlaws would do, and you would get an outlaw symbol or token if you succeed. Whereas if we guide the glow back to the entrance, that sounds like something the nomads would do, because nomads is associated with traveling, loyalty, respect, freedom, exploration. Whereas outlaws is fighting, bravery, stealing, chaos, and hunting. So this guy, he wants either one, so it doesn't really matter. His skill is low, so so you roll 1 dice. Let me just double check. Okay, yeah. So we're going to roll 1 dice with our dice tower over here, and he's going to go rob the sun-blinded glow because he wants to succeed. So we need to get a skill of 5 or more with our rolls. So let's hope the dice tower gives us good luck. We're looking for 5, and our dog gives us an extra skill. So technically we need a 4 or better. We got a 6. So technically, with this roll of 6, the dog gives us 7, and that actually allows us to not only succeed, which we get the reward of -1 reputation, we get 1 green faction token and 1 coin, but we also get a gem because we over succeeded by 2. And the player that would have read the story to the red player would say, "Curse you and your tribes forever," screams the glow as you leave him in the bright baking sun. So that is the first story that was completed by the red player. Good job, red player. And now he could, if he wants to at this time, he could spend 3 of his health, and he could spend 3 of his health to build a camp. That might be, and that'll give him more money. And he kind of wants more money. I think that'd be a good thing. He won't do anything right now. Okay, so we're going to go to the blue player's turn. Blue player went to the mines last, and he has some money. He could buy another, he could go back to the saloon and buy someone. I think he might do that. So blue player is a cautious player, goes to the saloon, and they're all of either outlaws or nomads. You can only have 1 of each kind in your active party, but you could have unlimited guys in, I guess, your inactive party. So we only have 2 gold for blue player. So basically the first hero and the second hero is exactly the same. So if we spend one less, or if we spend one more, which we don't have, we can't buy this guy. So it's either we get everything but less hearts, or we get that. I think, oh, and this guy already has a nomad, so we don't actually want to get this rooster looking guy or this robin looking guy. So we're going to spend two coins, and we're going to purchase this guy right here and equip him. And once again, whenever you hire a hero, you replace him, and it's a new mystic, a mystic toad. 1 health, 1 skill, 1 search. That is the end of blue player's turn. Yellow player's turn. Since he got the bread last turn, he's now going to go to the stables. He's going to pay 1 bread to the bank, and that will give him 1 mount, which increases his movement by 1. So now he has a movement of 3. That's the end of his turn. Red player's turn. We're going to move here 1, and we're going to attempt to move over here. Now there is the enemy symbol, so because we're moving a second space, or moving off a space, that's not our originating space, we move our health down by 1. Now we're going to have to fight this bandit with a health of 4. Now we have this party member here, which gives us 1 sword. So we're going to fight. So we need to get 4, technically a roll of 3 or better, because we'll have 3 plus the sword. So 50-50 chance. Oh, so that was enough. So that was a roll of 3 plus the sword from our party member, which is 4. So as long as you equal that amount, red player has defeated this bandit. So what we do is, I'm just going to slip it underneath here. Normally you'd have more room, but I want to show you as much as I can in this video of what everyone has. So when you do that, we use one of our camps, and it goes right here. So at the end of the game, this bandit we just defeated is going to be worth one additional point. Also, by using the second camp, we get another coin to there, and we've moved over to here. Now we will probably end our movement here so we can complete the quest, and before that we can't do anything. I was thinking about buying one of these, purchasing or turning on one of these artifacts, but we don't have enough resources for it. So we're just going to reveal the quest letter, which is the letter G. So like blue player or yellow player would now read the quest. So for G, the blue player says, you find the statue of a person half buried in a grassy hill. The face has an expression of shock and terror. So red player, you have the choice of skill 5, dig up the statue and sell it at town, or skill 7, dig up the statue and take it to the local mystic. Once again, red player has very low skill. Yeah, so we're just going to go with what is possibly doable. So we're going to say skill 5, dig up the statue and sell it. We roll, nice roll. Okay, so we rolled a 4 plus our dog give us another skill, so that's skill 5. That would allow us to successfully complete this quest. If I spend 2 health, I can also get an additional reward for it. I don't want to do that. I want to build a camp at the end of this turn. So I'll just say I'm fine with that. So blue player reads to red player. Oh, it's so grotesque and edgy, says the buyer, a wealthy merchant. I love it. I'll put it in my wife's room. So red player, you get a yellow faction reward and a coin, and you also lose another reputation. This is okay because unlike blue player and I guess yellow player, he doesn't have any artifacts that requires positive reputation. But positive reputation is worth points at the end of the game. So we'll see how this plays out. So that is the end of that story. Red player will end his turn there, and he's going to spend his remaining 3 health and build a camp on this location of G. What happens is, when you build a camp on a symbol of a gem or a money symbol, you get that resource according to how many eye symbols, the search symbols you have. So we have 2 eye symbols, so we're going to get 2 coins, which is fantastic. That's also, using up camps is also points. It triggers the end game. So this is good for red player. So he has a lot of coins, and as a bonus action, we can now, if we want to, we can now either buy the curved blade, or maybe if we get some more bread, which we would be able to, we can get the meteor pickaxe. Okay, I'm just going to go with short-term gain, and we're going to use 3 gold and the yellow token, and we are going to now activate the curved blade. So curved blade is now turned on, and what that means is whenever he needs the sword symbol, that's an additional sword symbol that he now has available, and is worth 5 points at the end of the game. So that is red player's turn. He's done. Blue player, what are you doing? Blue player got a hero last turn, and the farm is now open, but he could actually, I think, yeah, we're going to go to the farm to get 3 food. And blue player's turn is done. He gets 3 food, just so you know, because he has 3 hand symbols in his active party. Inactive party members do not count towards that bonus or that triggering that. So yellow player, you have not used any of your camps yet, so you're behind, and that's never a good sign. But yellow player doesn't care. He's going to go now to the Mystic Hut, which allows him to draw 1 treasure, and he's allowed to equip it to his mount. It provides a passive bonus, which is a sleeping potion. I may ignore 1 threat per turn. If you do, gain 1 food. So not bad, not great though. Yellow player's turn is done. Red player now, he has no health left, so he could fight. He can fight some more if he wants, which is not bad. If he moves here or here, he can move and fight someone. Or he can go to town and do something. So let's see, if he goes to town, he only has 1 skill. It would give him one coin right here and use up 1 more camp symbol. Or he could possibly buy some more people. A green person maybe. I think red player is going to go. I don't think anyone's fighting for heroes, so he's just going to move over here. He has to fight this guy over here. Enemies get stronger now. So this is a raider. We need a roll of, or a combined roll of 5. He already has 2 swords now, so technically he just needs to roll a 3 or greater, so still a 50-50 chance. We rolled a 7, so that's, a 4. 4 plus 2 swords, that's 6. We defeated this raider. And we use another camp on there, so that's 2 points right there. And red player's turn is done. He can't move any more spaces because he doesn't have any more health to sacrifice. So that's his turn. Blue player, what are you doing? Blue player is getting a mount. Blue player pays 1 food, gets 2 back, and he gets a mount. Yellow player, it's time to move out, I think. Unless you want to earn some money early. I think yellow player is going to go here. And because he has 2 skill, he will actually use his camp on this position right here, which requires 2 skill. It gets 1 coin, 1 gem, and because he revealed that camp symbol, he gets the reward from it, so he's got a gem and 2 coins from that move. Okay, so back to red player. Red player has nothing to do, so he is going to... What will red player do? Red player is going to go to the saloon, and with 3 gold, I think what he's going to do is... With the 3 gold, we're going to buy this guy right here, which gives us 2 hearts, 1 sword, 1 skill, 1 search, which is great. And once again, whenever you hire, you need to replace. Okay, which is replaced by a boar nomads. There seems to be no lizard folk in the bag right now. And for 3 gold, he gives you 3 hearts, which is a lot, and 1 skill, but nothing else. So he's not necessarily the best. Anyways, back to blue player. Blue player, predictably, is going to go to the Mystic's Hut, and because she has a mount, she gets to draw 1 treasure, which is a clay mask. If you don't have a mount and you go to the Mystic's Hut, you can't draw anything. So the clay mask, what it says is when you gain or lose reputation, you may ignore the reputation gained or lost. That's kind of stupid. Okay, so blue player's turn is done. Yellow player's turn, I think it's time for you to move out. So yellow player is going to move out. He's going to adventure. So what we do is we count up the hearts in our party, which is 4. And now he's going to move out. What does yellow want to do? Yellow needs gold. And you know what? Actually, as a free action, he could have bought either the mystical brew, the horned bow, or the spyglass, giving him additional skills. I think. Let's see. I think what we're going to do is this guy wants to max out on skills, so he's going, before he does anything, he's going to spend as a free action the 2 coins to get this spyglass. Okay, let's see if I can do this carefully without wrecking the board. Okay, so blue player has, oh no, this is blue. No, that's the right player. So we have an extra skill for him. So now as he moves out, let's see, he doesn't need any faction tokens actually. So it doesn't have the most amount of things, but he has two eye symbols. He needs more money. So what he's going to do is he's going to move here, and he's just going to end his turn by building a camp. He's going to build a camp on this symbol, which is a coin symbol. He has 2 eyes, so he's going to, the camp costs 3 health, and that will give him 2 coins. I'll have to check the rules whether you can buy more than 1 artifact at a time. I'm going to play it right now as if you can buy unlimited artifacts as long as you have the resources. I'm going to check the rule book later on when I have time to see whether that's the case or not, whether you can do that. And I'm going to get him to pay 2 gold to unlock the horn bow. So yellow player has unlocked quite a few things for his artifacts, not bad. And that is the end of his turn. Oh, that camp, did I do that? Yeah, I did that, okay. So, that's yellow player's turn. Red player got the mount, and technically, wait a second, what did red player do? I think red player went to here. Sorry, my bad. Red player went to the saloon. So he would want to get a mount now. Maybe use some of his skill, he could do that. I think he'll go to the mine. Since he's farther along than his opponents, he's going to go to the mine. He'll spend, so he has 2 skill. which only allows him to go to one place, which is right here, over here. So that gives me only one coin. Not the best. I don't know if that was the best option for him. That's fine. Red player's done. Blue player's turn. Blue player, I think, is going to also go out and travel as well. When you go out to travel, you count up the hearts in your party. So we have 2, 4, 5 hearts. And we, let's see, nothing's active. He has 3 movement. So he does need Mystic and Outlaw token, so he needs to do quests as well, just like red player was. So the question is, does he want to go south? Does he want to go west? He does want to make 1 camp at least. So I think we're going to go south. You know what? No. He's going to go here 1. And then he's going to go to this one. It doesn't cost him a heart because there's already a camp there. But he does have to fight whatever's here, which actually might not be the smartest move. So we have to fight a raider with 6 difficulty. She does have 2 swords, so technically she needs to roll a 4 or greater. And she does have extra hearts to bend the combat to her advantage. So she rolled a 4, so she has enough. So blue player defeated the raider. Moves one of her camp symbols on it. Gains a coin because that's what was underneath the camp symbol. So that is 1 movement, 2 movement. And the question is, I think she'll go this way, 3 movement. Now the question is whether she wants to build a camp, and I say no. I say she's going to go to the... She might do the quest first, see how she does, and go from there. So now yellow player turn. What's yellow player? Yellow player's out here by his camp. Now if he tries to go over here, he's going to have to fight that level 7 guy. He has an okay he has an okay chance. He doesn't have the best chance to do it. Or he can go back home, but I don't know what he's going to do. He has 3 skills, so he can go to the mine, and he does need. He needs positive reputation to buy the storm sword. So I think that's what he's going to do. Yellow player is going to do the first duel by going to the mine where the red player already is. So what we do is, in this situation, is yellow player is going to roll a dice. Oh, he only rolled a 2. So 2 plus the 2 swords there. So technically he has a 4. Oh, before we did that, he would have had to announce whether he's fighting honorably or dishonorably. If he fights honorably, then there's no bonuses, but then he gains reputation. If he fights dishonorably, then he gets 1 sword, so there's a higher chance to win, but then he loses 1 reputation. It's no big deal for him right now, I don't think, because it'll be a while till he gets a storm sword. So, and he does have the three skills, so it's better to make sure he succeeds. So he's going to fight dishonorably and get the bonus. So remember, he rolled a 2 plus the 2 swords plus the bonus for fighting dishonorably. That's technically 5. Now we're going to see what red player does. Red player has technically the same amount of swords, so red player's probably going to win. Yeah. Red player rolled a 6. Let me just move that over here. It's here. So red player rolled a 6, plus has 3 swords. That's 9. So yellow player could use health to win, but that would only increase it by 1. That's not enough. So yellow player lost and is in jail now, and his turn ends immediately. And next turn, if he goes to a place where someone else is, he can choose not to duel. Oh, and he did lose 1 reputation for fighting dishonorably. Red player laughs, and now red player gets to choose what he wants to do now. Now, although he has 2 skill, he can't go back to the mine. You can't go back to the same place in town 2 turns in a row. He'd have to go somewhere first and then back to the mine if he wants. So, red player, he has no food, so he's going to go get food now. And that will give us 2 food. Red player's turn is done. Blue player was going to go here. End the turn there to get the quest, which is quest F. And then say yellow player reads the story for blue. You enter a grove of trees, the air thick with the smell of pine and dried leaves. A fat, furry creature crawls from some tall grass and stands before you. "No more tourists," he says. "We're closed. Didn't you see the sign? A group of juvenile toad folk left a huge mess at their campsite. It's going to take a week to clean up." So blue player, you have the choice of a skill 5 and offer to help clean up, or skill 7, hunt down the toad folk and make them return to clean up their mess. Now, blue has 3 skill bonuses, so there's a pretty high chance of succeeding. So I think blue player is going to take a chance, and we're going to roll to try to do skill 7, hunt down the toad folk. And so we rolled a 4. So 4 plus the 3 skill is 7. We succeed. We didn't over succeed, but we still succeeded. And yellow player reads to blue. You find the toad folk fishing at the nearby river, and after a quick scuffle, they concede and return to help clean their campsite. Blue player earns 3 reputations for that, which is fantastic, because she needs it for her artifacts. She gets a green faction token, which is perfect, which she needs as well. And that's her story. Now, it's up to her whether she wants to move further. And I think she is. She's going to move 1 more. So she's using her second movement of 3. It does reduce her health by 1. And now she's on top one of the trading routes, which is kind of like ore. If she builds a camp on it, and if she or another player gets the one in the bottom right, we will get 9 points or 3 points. So if she controls both trading points, she's going to earn 9 points at the end of the game. If her but another player takes control of this one with the camp, then both players just get 3 points each, according to this legend right here. So she's going to stop there. She's going to end her turn, spend 3 health, and build a camp there. She doesn't get anything from it other than owning that ore trade camp now. So her turn is done. Now yellow player is next. He was in jail, and he needs to start using up his camps, because red player has a 3 camp lead. So he's going to do what he intended to do last time, which was go to the mines. He has 3 skill, so we're going to use one of our camp symbols. And what do we want? More money or money and gems? We already have 1 gem. Let's see. Gain 1 heart, that's pretty good. And we don't have any money, so we're going to go money. So we're going to build the camp right here. It'll give us 1 coin from the column, 1 coin from the row. Hopefully you guys can see that symbol there on the right, or the left. And so that's 2 coins that yellow player gained. So now it's red player's turn again. Red player only has 1 coin. That would allow him to buy the blue, that blue hero over there. Heroes are always good, so I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to go to the saloon. He'll pay 1 gold and get this mystic character. Once again, we're going to replace the person that was hired. Is finally a lizard folk, which would take up, which he could replace his dog with. So, that's red player's turn. Blue player's turn. Blue player has 1 health left. I think what she's going to do is, she doesn't like this clay mask. It's kind of stupid. So I'm going to actually go over here. That's a free, it doesn't cost health to move it, but does cost 1 movement point, 1 of her 3. By moving across this symbol here, it allows her to draw 1 artifact. And it is a code compass. Gain 1 coin when you build a camp on a trade route space, which she needed last turn. So I think she'll replace the clay mask with the code compass, and that gets discarded. So we'll discard the clay compass. And I think she should try to fight because she can't build a camp anyways. So she's going to attempt to move over here. It costs a health for the additional movement. And we have to fight a level 7 warrior. So she has 2 swords, so she needs to get a 5. She needs to roll a 5 to succeed. And she failed. She rolled a 2 plus the 2 swords, that's 4, and nothing else gives her bonuses. She doesn't have enough health to defeat the stone warrior. So her turn ends on this space. Okay, so that's blue player's turn. Yellow player's turn. What are you going to do? Yellow player, 2 coins allows us to buy the 1st, 2nd, or 4th guy. We already have a mystic, so actually we can buy any of them. So he will go to the saloon to buy someone. The question is who he's going to buy. He has a lot of skill, so preferably more skill. I think he's going to spend the 2 coins. He's going to buy this guy here, because this guy gives 2 hearts, 1 sword, which is what he needs, and more skill. He's going to spend all his camps basically at the mine. So now that we've done that, his turn is over. It's a new mystic. 3 health, 1 search. Only 2 coin cost. So, red player, what are you going to do? Red player, he does have food, so I think he's going to go here and buy a mount by paying 1 bread for it. And his turn is done. Blue player is done. She has no more health. She could try to walk across and fight the enemy again, but I don't think it's worth it. So she's going to choose to go to town. The question is where she wants to go in town. She only has 1 coin, so she can't buy anyone. She does have 3 reputation, which allows her, if she has enough money, to buy this artifact here, or eventually to do this one. So for now, I think we're just going to go to the mine. And she has 3 skill, right? So, question is, do we want money and money, or do we want gem and gem? We want money. So we're going to build right here. And that gives us a gem, or sorry, a money and a money, according to the row and the column. So she now has 3 money, 1 gem, 2 food, 1 outlaw token. So, technically as a free action she could buy the messenger's shoe, which I don't really care about. She could, oh, with 1 more reputation she could get the Iron Hound, which is not bad. But anyways, that's her turn. Yellow player. Yellow player probably has to move out now. So, yellow player is going to say he's going to adventure. We look at his active party, or rearrange his party, and create an active party. He has 6 health, so we're up to here now. And where is he going to go? So he has 3 swords to fight a 7, so there's less than 50% chance. He could try to make his way over here to that one so that he can deny blue player the trade route. I think that's a smart move. So we're going to go 1. He has 3 movement. This guy, he also wants money, so if he makes any places by, if he makes any camps on these coin symbols, that'd be a good idea. So he's going to use 3 movement. To go here, it will cost 1 health to move off this, or sorry, 1 health to move off this, another health to move off this. So that's 2 health. He ends his turn on the gate to below, beware. There's a quest there, so he's going to do the quest. And red player, or blue player, reads the quest for H. So let's see what H is. So red player says to yellow player, you enter a well-trodden cavern, a popular entrance to the lands of below. Descending a cracked staircase, you follow cries for help until you find a caged woman. Please, help, she says again and again. Her eyes dart about unnaturally, and there's an unnerving strain in her voice. When you examine the metal bars of the cage, you notice that they shudder occasionally, like the cage itself is alive. Now, a normal person would be like, okay, whatever. But, you know, people that are into RPGs, they're like, okay, so that's probably a mimic of some sort. So, skill 5, yellow, you have the option of skill 5, open the cage door and free the woman, or combat 8, attack the cage. You have 3 swords, so you would need to have a 5 or better. But you do have health. Or do we want to open the cage and free the woman? We're going to try the combat. We're going to try the combat because most likely we'll fail the roll, but we'll use the health to recoup to make the difference. Oh shit, that's the worst. So, yellow player rolled a 1. We need a combat of 8. So we get 3 additional swords, so that's 4 combat. We need 4 more combat just to succeed, but which we'll spend all the health to do. We'll do that. So, and by spending all our health, that gives us 4 additional combat, so 8 combat. So red player reads to yellow player, as you attack, the cage and the woman suddenly disappear into a cloud of spores. What you thought were stalactites in the ceiling are actually teeth. You are standing in the mouth of a giant cave creature. You cut your way free and collapse the entrance, warning others when you return to Thorn. So because yellow succeeded, he gets a green reputation token, which he doesn't really need, but he can trade at the town hall over there, and he gets 2 coins. We got a 4. So 4 plus the 3 skill. So blue reads, you find a glow-go outpost in the cavern nearby. Deliver this to your king, you tell them. So by doing so, red player, who's at -2 reputation, gains 1 reputation. He gets the yellow faction token that he wanted, because yellow is trading, traveling, loyalty, respect, freedom, exploration, persuasion. So that's traveling. So that's why you got the yellow token. And he also gets a gem. Oh no, sorry. He only got enough to succeed. He didn't over succeed, so you don't get the bonus reward. So red player's turn is done. Blue player has no health, so blue player probably go back to town. We're not going to go to the mine because we don't have enough skill now. We're not going to go to the farm because we don't need to really buy a mount. We don't have any money either. It's really bad. So, let's see. She's gonna go to, first time, we're gonna go to Town Hall. So, I can get rid of an artifact. Let me just check the rules on it. I have to double check. Because is it to remove one artifact or unlimited artifacts? Let's just double check it right now. Only one artifact. So we can discard one artifact, which we probably should because we're running out of turns and she doesn't have enough skills. So we're gonna get rid of the messenger's shoes. And she can do any of those options there. So we don't need any more reputation, she's fine. And we're gonna trade this red faction token plus 2 foods. 2 foods. No, we don't want to do that. Yeah, 2 foods. Yeah. So we're gonna trade 2 bread, 1 faction token being worth 5, the food being worth 1 point each, to get a mystic token, which will allow us to get Third Hammer. So I have this nagging doubt that blue player is going to lose because she has all these camps unused and she still has to buy this many artifacts. At this time I think red player is most likely going to win. He has a lot of points right here. Although yellow player has a lot of points there, he doesn't have it in other places though, like the camps. So anyways, let's not dwell on that. So blue player did that and her turn is done. So yellow player, what are you going to do? You still got health, you still got camps, and you really could do anything right now. I think what you're going to do is you're going to go, you're going to move 1. See, yeah, we're going to try to move 2. It's going to reduce our health by 1, but now we have to fight a level 9 ancient robot. So we need a 9 combat. Although his combat's high, 1, 2, 3, 4, we still have to roll a 5 or greater, which is chancy. Oh, we got a 6. Finally, you got a good roll. So 6 plus 4 is 10. So we defeated the ancient robot. I'm going to put this upside. No, I don't know where I'm going to put this. I'm going to put this on the side. Hopefully the camera's capturing this. That's 3 points. Fantastic. Okay. Which got him over here. And so they're sharing this spot with the peppers. And that's perfect because we're going to spend the extra 3 health to build a camp. So you just used up 2 camps. And you got 3 points for sharing. Where's the other? For sharing the pepper trade route. That's good. Now I'm kind of leaning towards yellow, possibly winning. You never know. So that's end of yellow player's turn, red player's turn. 3 more. So what did you want to do? You want to get the resources for your artifacts. I think that's what you want to do. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 skill. You have a lot of gems. You have more gems than you need. You need a lot of money. You can't build any camps right now. You have the symbol that you have your 2 faction symbols that you need. So I think right now what we need to do is we need to get you money quickly. The fastest way to get money would be to take red guy, I think go to the mine and go out the next turn. So we're gonna go here, spend 1 more. So he has 4 skill. So he's got the second last mining spot. And that gives you 1 gem, 1 money. 1 gem, 1 money. Let's see. By doing that, we can spend 3 gems, the yellow faction token, and 1 money. And that will pay for the Highland Pike. I'm going to I'll put this upside down, I guess. just to say that you've completed it. There's not enough room on this table to show you. So that's completed. So now we just need to get you a little bit more money, and then all your artifacts will be completed. Good stuff. So blue player is panicking because we need to somehow get like get tons of money. So blue is going to go straight out to town. That will give us 2, 4, 6, 7 health. We are going to, and we have lots of movement. So it all depends on what you want to try to do now. I think she's just going to make camps, just go crazy and make camps. So we're going to go 1. What does she need? She needs money and she needs gems, basically both. So let's go this way. 1, stop, spend 3 health, make a camp. It's a gold spot, so 1, 2, 3 search, so we get 3 gold. Is that enough to buy anything? Yes, it is. She's going to buy, with 3 money, the Iron Hound, which requires 3 gold and 4 reputation, which she has. That gives her an additional skill and a heart. I think that triggers next time when you go out. So that's fine, and she's done. And yellow player is close to winning, finishing the game too. Yellow player has no health left, so yellow player can really do anything. Really, yellow player is probably interested about ending the game or somehow getting more points. So we're going to go back to town, and do you want to duel? Do you want to do red guy? Red guy has a lot of swords, does he not? 1 sword, 2 sword, 3 swords. But you have 1, 2, 3, 4 swords as well. If you duel twice, you can get an extra point. But if you go here, you can duel, get a reputation. Yeah, you get, and then if you succeed, you have enough skill, and you can get the last mine spot, which will give you double gems, which isn't crazy. We'll do it. We're going to try to duel you again. We are going to be honorable. We're going to honorably duel you. So no bonuses this time. So this will be yellow player's roll. Oh, when it matters, you suck. Oh, okay. So yellow player rolled 1, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4 swords. 4 swords? 1, 2, 3, 4 swords. So that's a roll of 5. While red player rolled a 2, and he has 1, 2, 3, 4 swords. So that's 6. So red player won, and you went to jail. But because you fought honorably, you gained reputation, which is fine. So red player, what are you going to do? I think red player wants to end the game. So red player, he's going to go out. He only has 3 movement. And what does he need? He needs money, right? He just needs to go do money. So I think he's going to go here. He'll end his turn here. Oh wait, nope. Remember, he was in here. If we're going to adventure, we have to recalculate the health, which is 2, 4, 8. No extra health anywhere else. 8. So 8 health. We're going to move here. Spend 3 health, so we're down to 5 health. Build the second last camp on this money space. He has 3 search, so he's going to get 3 money. And that's enough. As his extra action, he's going to spend 5 coins, 2 gems, 2 food, and the green faction token. And he made his ultimate, I guess, major artifact, which is the onion bomb. So I have to face him upside down so I remember that we completed it. So he has an additional sword. So he's basically, when he makes his next camp, the game will be over. So blue player is kind of screwed now. There's no way that she can do 4 camps in like 1 turn. So, but let's keep doing what Blue wants to do. Blue wants to keep getting resources to buy her stuff. So, we need money, we need gems. Oh damn. Money and gems. We'll probably get rid of one of the items, so, or we'll get rid of one of the artifacts so that we can not get minus points at the end of the game. So we're going to go here. Yeah, we're going to go here, spend 3 health to make a camp on this gem spot. So that is 1, 2, 3 search symbols. So that technically would be 3 gems. Plus the gem from the camp space. And there you go. Blue player's turn is done. Yellow player. Okay, so yellow player knows that he has technically 2 turns left. So what should he do? I think he's just going to go out. He could technically go to the mine and get that last thing, which would be double gems. And that would use up a camp. I think he'll do that. We're gonna go to the mine for the last time. Use this camp. He has 5 skill, and that will give him 2 gems plus the bonus for underneath the camp symbol, right over here. So he has 4. So he's just accumulating resources now. So he could actually go to the general store if he was feeling lucky to see if he can get an artifact, but he won't do that. So yellow player's turn is done. Red player, this is probably your last turn. Red player is going to go 1 movement, 2 movement. He's going to fight this guy, which is a level 10 enemy, because he has a lot of swords. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swords. 5 swords and I think 5 health. So we need a 5 or better. We got a 4. So we technically have 9. 4 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 9. We spend 1 health. We just defeated the ancient robot, which was actually the last camp anyways. That's actually better than using it for more gems. So that's it. We got that completed. And you can't build, oh actually you can. Although we've run out of camps, that doesn't mean that you can't place any more camps. So there's an extra reserve. He's going to end his turn right there. And he's going to build a camp right here, bringing him down to 1 health. And that will give him 3 gems. So that triggers the end game. So now the remaining players in the turn have to next first player can go. So my understanding is blue player and yellow player will get to go, and then that was technically red player's last turn. So red player is out. So blue player is hopeless for you. Let's see. So I think blue player is going to go to the town hall. We are going to discard, I think we're going to discard this guy. And then we're going to spend, we need to trade. So I'm going to trade the blue Mystics token, which is worth 7, for almost anything. So we need only one money. So what we'll do is we'll trade it for 1 money. We'll trade it, we'll just downgrade it to a I think the best symbol is trade it for this, money and a gem. So this comes up to 7, right? 4, 2, 2. No, that's 2. That doesn't work. I think it all works out the same. So it really doesn't matter. So we'll trade that all for that. And we get, so the faction symbol, faction token, 2 gold, 4 gems, and you were able to complete your last artifact, which is the rust bot. Doesn't help you right now, but okay. And I guess that was Blue's last turn. Blue's done. Yellow player. Yellow player has 1 turn to make use of 3 camps, which he can't do. So he's going to adventure, recalculate health to 7, and we're going to go to anywhere really, doesn't really matter. 1, 2, 3, and although there's a letter there, there's no quest symbol, so we can't do the quest there. It's based off the number of players. So we're at the drip drip mine. We are going to spend 3 health, bringing us down to 4 to build his last base, and that's a gem. So he has 1, 2, 3 eye symbols. 3 eye symbols, meaning that he gets 3 gems. Okay, and his turn is done. So that is game. At this point in time, we would calculate the points. I'm going to calculate the points and I'll be back with the results of the game. So we're back with the results. We calculated the points through the following camps. 1 point for each camp token used. As we can see right from the get-go, Blue is in a big hole. We then calculate trade routes. No one fully owned a trade route, so anyone that controlled half of a trade route earned 3 points. For artifacts, we looked at the top left of each purchased artifact, and although yellow had the most artifacts, they were all cheap and worth less than reds, which were more expensive and worth far more. Once we got to the value of the threats, the game was essentially done, with red having an enormous lead. There were bonus points for red's treasure that gave 4 points for having the most threats. Every 2 gems or coins gave 1 point. Faction tokens were worth 1 point each, and no one had any chiefs worth 4 points. Anyone with positive reputation earned the appropriate amount of points. Board bonuses include any players that either used all their camps or had 3 mounts with 3 equipped treasures. At the end, the difference in score was massive, with red in first place with 62 points, yellow in second with 41, and blue predictably in last with only 34 points. Without doing too much of an in-depth analysis of this game, we can see that blue's main mistake was spending too many turns in town getting mounts, which gave red the opportunity to adventure, take out threats, place camps, and getting the resources he needed. That concludes today's video on a nearly full playthrough of Near and Far, which is now my clear favorite game in my collection. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Check out the rest of my channel for videos on board games, video games, and recipes. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.